Welcome back to Bloodstock 2015, and I'm joined by Joe from Hang the Bastard.
You're right.
And you played yesterday. I know what the answer's going to be, but go on, tell me how it went.
Yeah, do you know what? It was. I'm not like one of them. As long as we play well and it sounds fine on stage, that's like my main worry. Like, I just want to know that we done everything we could do. But it was packed, and the people really seemed to get into it. Had a lot of friends in like other bands who'd never seen like me with Hang the Bastard, and a lot of them are just like, didn't expect it. That's like, it seems to be the thing. It's just like, I didn't expect you guys to be like that. It's so relentless and like powerful, and that's nice to hear. And it's it's nice to know that we sounded good outside, like out front, because I mean we don't know. We sound good on stage. Just like, yeah, brilliant. We can sound shit out front. But it's good to see that everyone was just like, yeah, sounded fantastic. So really happy with it. Yeah, really good.
And something like the Sophie tent, you've got a mix of people. Yes, you've got people there that know you, but obviously there's going to be people that don't. It's a bit of a blank canvas.
And it seemed good. There was people I'm sure had never heard of us or never seen us, and that's what it's all about, playing festivals. Hopefully people read like what your Metal Hammers, your Terrorizer, what Kerrang, whatever they say, bands to check out. And we've had a couple of, well, more than a couple of websites and whatnot saying we're like one of the 5 or one of the 10 bands to see, and it's nice to see that people do read that and take it upon themselves to come and check out them bands. And it was a pleasure. It was good.
Brilliant. I know you've quite often come here as fans anyway. So
Definitely.
A hell of a buzz to actually be on that stage.
I think this is like my 5th year in a row being here in some form. There might have been a gap in the middle to some extent, but like I was saying to earlier to someone, it's Behemoth's first show. First show back here after like Nurgle's kind of treatment. I was here and I just never expected it. I did not expect them to be as good as they were, and that blew me away. And from that moment, it was just like, this is it. And people really care. People do give a shit at Bloodstock, and like the fans, like they're here for a reason. They're running around dressed up as bloody pirates or whatnot. I mean, that's not really my thing. I'm chilling out with flip-flops and headphones at the moment, but they care. And there's so many festivals where people just go, they're just going to sit around the tents and whatnot. You've got people queuing up to meet bands in the signing tent, and the queues are always massive, and it's just, I think it's great. I think it's just a really cool festival.
It gives you a boost to know that that's, whatever people may say, the live scene is there.
Totally.
And like go find it,
the metal to the masses thing they do, I mean, that always seems to do really well, and it just gives so many bands an opportunity to play in front of like kind of like the same bands, like they're kind of in the same genre, all striving to do the same thing. A lot of the fans are in the same scene, and they're going to be down in Bloodstock anyway, so it kind of gives everyone an opportunity to check out these new bands. So that metal to the masses thing seems really cool. It's really good.
So a great voice for the unsigned bands.
Yeah, totally.
What's this? Have you done? Can you do a limited edition T-shirt for this?
Yeah, we have, and it's well, I say designed by our frontman. It's the original Shining poster, and we kind of took this kind of old horror writing to made it Hang the Bastard with the face sort of coming through it, and I think it sold pretty well. But I know there's going to be some. It's like an exclusive Bloodstock, but we're going to have some that are going to go on the website. But it's kind of things like so many bands like Sabaton, like, we got our Bloodstock T-shirts. And you see so many bands do one-offs for like festivals, and we're like, we want to be one of those bands.
Why don't we do it?
And it's come out really good. And it's the old horror look looks great.
Yeah, cool. You got a couple of more festivals after this one, haven't you? Is it Mammoth Fest?
Yes, we're headlining Mammoth Fest, and the stage is amazing. Like, the guy put it together, I think his name's Simon or Steve, put together an amazing lineup. I think we're the last band on the whole festival, and it's a heavy stage he's put together. We've got Heavy Fest next week, which is a bit different for us. We've got a few other bits and bobs, which I'm not really allowed to say. We're playing one London show with like one of my favourite bands, so like all of us actually in the band are massively into them. Can't say yet, but it's one show that we're really looking forward to.
That's going to be a good one to do.
Yeah, and it's at the Underworld, but that's all I can say. It's one of our favourite bands.
Excellent, awesome. So tell us about the album. I mean, I know it came out sort of late-ish last year. Was that a long process in getting it together?
Yeah, do you know what? Like, it was the first album I had wrote with Sam, the guitarist from Hang the Bastard. It was the first album I put out with them, so it was kind of like, trying to prove yourself. And Sam has his way of writing, I have my way of writing. We was trying to meet in the middle, and it happened really easy. And we kind of wrote 5 songs, bang, like, in a couple of, 2 months, like meet up once or twice a week. And, you just want everything to be perfect. Then we kind of ran a bit dry, took some time off, played some shows, went back at it, and I mean, I kept writing in the label, we're like, we wanted one more song as a B-side. We had like one practice, and I was like, oh my god, what are we doing? And I wrote a song in 5 minutes. The first time I wrote it was the first time we played it, and I'm just looking at everyone, go to this fret, go to that fret. It's the heaviest song on the album. It's just a slow, doomy song.
Totally.
Yeah, just made. Yeah, and it's just like winking at people and go to that fret and all that stuff. And yeah, it come out and we play it now, and it's just such a heavy. It really slows down the set, but everyone's just into it. And it was fairly easy to write. There's so many riffs that fly about between me and Sam.
Great fun to do though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just a boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, and it is. I wish every song was like that to make. Jesus, my life would be a lot easier. But it was a cool process.
Yeah. Were there any sort of tracks that you didn't use on it that you sort of
go
back to?
There were riffs we didn't use, but not so much any tracks.
Everything on it was there and ready.
There's riffs that we might have wrote. Go outside to have a drink, come back in, and it's just like, I don't even remember what the riffs were. Like, you know what I mean? It happens a lot. More so to Sam than me.
And was the studio process, were you quite rigid when you go into the studio, or is it more sort of fluid? Or?
We work for a guy called Steve Sears, and he's done loads of stuff for the band before, and he's a lot more, he's really chilled, and he's certainly like, the guy's working with so many wicked bands at the moment, he's certainly going to go like to the top of what he does. And he's like another member, like the guys have worked with him before, and he's just like, try this, try that, whack that pedal on there. It come out sounding so live, but he done a great job, and it was just a really easy process.
Excellent. I know you're a well-established band now to all intents and purposes, but you're still fans as well, as we touched on earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, are there any other bands that you're going to catch this weekend then that are a must-see for you?
Like. One band that we've been told of, like the younger, probably better looking version. I'm going to get beaten up. Orange Goblin. They're like the kind of we look up to them. They're all about 25, 30 years older than us. About 10. Please don't boot me up. But yeah, we're looking forward to Goblin. They are like one of the best live bands going in metal, really. Death. It might not be with Chuck, but it's going to be flipping amazing, Opeth, because I fancy a bit of a chill time. And there's Sepultura, I know again it's not whatever.
That's the thing with Bloodstock. I mean, it's the heaviest UK festival, but I mean, it's still a huge variance, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. And I think there's different ones that everyone wants to see. So, I mean, I know a drummer really wants to see Napalm Death, but he's going to miss them. But, at least I get to see Death and Opeth.
Cool. Well, Joe, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck with the new stuff when it comes out.
Cheers, man.
Thanks a lot.
Keep well.